The Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback competition took a dangerous turn for Mr. Russell Wilson. Current backup quarterback Justin Fields made some comments at the start of OTAs that indicate he has a serious chance to take the starting job.
I mean, I definitely don't have the mindset of, me just, sitting all year.
My name is Wi-Fi Willie. Let's break this down. After moving on from former first-round pick quarterback Kenny Pickett, the Pittsburgh Steelers decided to take their chance at Russell Wilson at the start of free agency. They ended up signing the former Super Bowl champion for a salary of around $1 million. The Denver Broncos are stuck paying the rest of Russell Wilson's fat contract. And everybody thought, hey, Russell Wilson, clearly the starter, the Steelers will likely find a nice little backup quarterback. But instead, out of nowhere, after free agency, the Steelers traded for Justin Fields for only a conditional 6th-round pick in 2025. This 6th-round pick can turn into a 4th-round pick if Justin Fields plays over 50% of the snaps this year in 2024. At this moment, we thought, okay, maybe people don't believe in Justin Fields. Maybe he's going downhill in his career and nobody wants the guy. But then it later turned out that the GM of the Bears, Ryan Poles, wanted to do Justin Fields a favor by sending him to a team that Fields wanted to go to. Justin Fields confirmed that at the start of OTAs in a press conference, giving a shout out to his former team's GM, Ryan Poles, saying that he told him where he wanted to be and this was the place he wanted, and he honored it and appreciates him for that. Now that's kind of odd that Justin Fields would want to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers even though they already have Russell Wilson, and he knew this at the time when he was traded to the Steelers. But what I'm about to tell you makes it all make perfect sense. Head coach of the Steelers, Mike Tomlin, has his 2 quarterbacks and new offensive coordinator Arthur Smith, who was recently fired by the Atlanta Falcons. And Mike Tomlin made a comment about all 3 of these guys, calling them scalded.
All 3 guys, to be really transparent, are somewhat scalded. They got something to prove professionally, but we as a collective feel the same way.
It makes sense that the Broncos scalded Russell Wilson. His former head coach, Sean Payton, was asked if it was difficult to move on from Russ given the financial consequences.
Was it difficult with Russ knowing that the dead cap consequences were so severe to make that decision to let him go?
No.
Damn, he really doesn't like Russ. Even though this scalded comment by Mike Tomlin was a month ago, Russell Wilson was asked about it at the start of OTAs, and he pushes back against his current head coach.
A bit scalded is the term that he used. Do you feel like that? Do you have a sense with those guys that you all have something to prove?
I wouldn't say I'm scalded. I would say that if anything, I've just learned a lot, and I think that internally you get better, you get tougher. You use your experiences, use the challenges that you've gone through to be the best version of you. And so I don't blink, and I'm looking forward to the challenge and the opportunity.
What do you see in the guy?
Personally, I like Russell Wilson. I think he's a great guy, but when you're swaying back and forth like this, it's gonna make everybody know that you're nervous responding to this type of question. But what this situation shows is that Russell Wilson is not only trying to prove the NFL world wrong, but apparently his own head coach. And the quarterback who's sitting right behind him, Justin Fields, from what we're about to show you, could be a significant threat to ruin Russell Wilson's chances at redemption. The idea that Justin Fields is going to be a positive force in the quarterback room does not seem likely based on some reports that emerged about his rookie season in Chicago while trying to be mentored by Nick Foles and quarterback Andy Dalton. Apparently, Justin Fields had a toxic relationship with the veteran quarterbacks. According to a report by Go Long, Foles and Fields could not stand each other. A former director of player personnel for the Chicago Bears, Josh Lucas, said that he thought the 2 vets could help Justin Fields matriculate into the NFL, but it was not cohesive at all. Remember, in Justin Fields' rookie year, Andy Dalton started originally until he was injured, and then they threw Justin Fields in around week 2. Fields battled with some injuries as well that year, but they really wanted to take it slow with the guy, develop him, let him get mentored by veteran quarterbacks, and basically based on this reporting that has come out now just recently, it seems like Fields had a bad attitude and wasn't into that. Mike Tomlin tried to claim that Justin Fields could learn behind a veteran like Russell Wilson, but if Fields was not able to learn behind a veteran in his rookie year, why would he be able to do it as a veteran years later? Justin Fields is the same guy who was not afraid to throw his coaches under the bus while he was in Chicago.
Think was causing you to think so much, maybe think too much?
Could be coaching, I think. But you know, at the end of the day, it makes it, you know, they're doing their job when they're giving me, you know, what to look at.
And now at the start of OTAs, even though he was complimentary towards Russell Wilson, occasionally making comments about how he could learn from the guy, he still said one key thing that shows there's a window of opportunity for him to take Russell's job.
I'm definitely, you know, competing. I think, you know, Russ knows that. We're competing against each other every day. Him being out there for me, that, you know, helps me getting better. Us pushing each other. So, I mean, I definitely don't have the mindset of, you know, me just, you know, sitting all year. So, you know, I'm coming in every day, giving it all I got. And
he says he's competing. He says Russ knows that. Obviously, he's a former first-round pick. He's gonna have confidence in himself, but this shows that Russell Wilson is not 100% guaranteed to be the starter here. And really, this falls on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Why would you create this kind of environment? They could have grabbed a backup quarterback that would definitely be the number 2 guy, not competing with Russell Wilson, but instead, they have created a quarterback controversy. This will not go away. People are going to be following this the entire season and even through training camp. The second that Russell Wilson has a bad game, even if it's not his fault, you're gonna have Steelers fans pounding the table for Justin Fields. But on the other hand, both of these quarterbacks have had issues, and it looks like the Steelers have a solid backup plan in case Russell Wilson does not work out. And when you're looking at Arthur Smith and his offense, how he worked with Marcus Mariota, how he likes to have a mobile quarterback, honestly, Justin Fields fits what the coordinator wants to do more than Russell Wilson. Now, some people might say, well, Justin Fields is going to learn behind Russell Wilson. This was a brilliant plan by the Steelers to have their QB of the future in the background. Well, both of these guys are on one-year contracts. This would be different if Justin Fields was on a multi-year deal, but no, the Steelers will have to make a decision on him just like Russell Wilson in the offseason. And if he ends up beating out Russell Wilson and doing well this year, he's not going to be cheap. Russell Wilson, we know he does the fake PR game like he should as a professional quarterback.
Be careful though, it's spicy.
We know for a fact that Russell Wilson did not know that the Steelers would grab Justin Fields as soon as he signed with them, because the general manager of the Steelers, Khan, admitted that he didn't even know that they would grab Justin Fields and they would be able to nab him after getting Russell Wilson. It seems like Russell Wilson is similar to Kirk Cousins with his own surprise Michael Penix Jr. situation, but luckily for us, both of these battles are going to be entertaining to watch this year. My name is Wi-Fi Willie. Peace out, and I hope you have a good one.